Hey guys, it's Rose. I'm back to chat to you again about eating disorders and any other relevant topics. You may wonder why I've chosen to do this, and the reason is because I have been in recovery or trying to be in recovery from an eating disorder for most of my life. And to be honest, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It is an absolutely awful illness to have, and I just want to open a dialogue so that we can chat more about it. And I can give you some information, some personal information of what I've gone through and my experience, and hopefully help somebody. So today I want to chat about body dysmorphic disorder. Now this is actually a technical disorder, but what I'm going to speak about now is how I see it manifesting from something like mild, which is what we might call just an insecurity, to something more full-blown, to what I experience as somebody who is in recovery from anorexia. I experience BDD quite extremely. I generally see my body as being a lot bigger and fatter than what everybody else can see. I also am hypercritical, especially of certain areas. Now, BMDD is usually about you finding a certain area of your body or your face, like your nose, for example, and hating it and hyper-focusing on it and being hypercritical of it. For me personally, that is my arms and my tummy area, especially my tummy area. I've always had this massive obsession with this fat roll that I've got on my stomach and how it just won't go away for all the tea in China. Now, people look at me when I say this and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it's very real for me. It's very real for me. And depending on the day, depending on the time of day and how I'm feeling about myself and my life, is depending on how much I am obsessing and hating this fat roll and how big it looks to me. Now, the thing is with BMDD, it's about hyper-focusing and obsessing about a certain aspect of your body and really seeing it as being like this massive problem that maybe nobody else sees. And for the average person, this might just manifest as a bit of an insecurity. And might not make their lives completely unmanageable, but is certainly something that you can become aware of so that you don't invalidate someone when they say that they really hate their arms. Like, don't just look at them and go like, what the hell, you're crazy, because it's real to them. For me, as an anorexic, I obsess about my tummy to no end, especially when I'm in a bad state. I can remember as a child how I used to lie in bed and I used to imagine taking a pair of scissors and just like grabbing this fat roll on my stomach and cutting it off, and how freeing it would be, as if that would make everything better. The thing is with anorexia and bulimia is that it's very much about control, and when we're feeling out of control of our life and our surroundings, it feels better to feel like we've got control of our bodies, at least. When it comes to BMDD, as an eating disordered person, we tend to project how we feel internally onto our bodies, and we take out how we're feeling inside on our bodies. I remember when I was in treatment in a clinic for an eating disorder many years ago, we used to have these group therapy sessions, and we would sit in therapy and we would have to go around before we started and talk about how we felt. Addicts often really struggle to name how emotions and how we feel. So this is practice in that. And as people that suffered with eating disorders, more often than not, we would come back with, I feel fat. To which the counselor would always remind us, to our irritation, that fat is not a feeling. Well, to me, fat is a feeling. It is a feeling of uselessness, unlovability, unacceptability, shame, uselessness, anything negative. It translates in me feeling fat. because somehow my body is something I can control in a world that I can't. So how I feel about my body and how big that fat roll on my tummy feels can often be very tightly related to what is going on in my life. I might wake up feeling okay, and then I pick up the phone and I see that a friend of mine is upset with me, or a client is displeased, or there's something that's going on in my external life that I can't control. And these negative feelings then are projected onto my body, and I feel fat and hideous, and I want to control the shape of my body by restricting my eating. So yeah, this is how it manifests for me. This is obviously very extreme, and as I say, for other people out there, there may be quite a wide variety of ways in which a body dysmorphic disorder may present itself. But essentially what I'm wanting you to take home is that if you are struggling with something like this that is actually making your life unmanageable, if it's interfering with your relationships, or the obsession with it is interfering with your ability to work and focus, then it might be something that you are needing to seek help with, because we don't have to live like this. We don't have to live every day fighting these thoughts of self-hatred and how we're going to control our body and how we're going to eat, and what if we have to have dinner tonight, and what if someone makes us eat carbohydrates. And it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. I would know, I have gone through it and I still am going through it. So if this is something that you identify with and you're really struggling with, I would really advise that you reach out to a mental health professional who can help you with this. And if you know somebody else, a friend or a family member that you think needs to see this, then please do share it, because I just really want people to get more information and to feel a bit less alone, that they're not the only people out there that are struggling with this. So yeah, I hope this could help at least somebody. And yeah, have a wonderful day, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Thanks so much.